Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.
Retired General says it was a college coach who helped show him his way to the Marines. Gwen Bevel and photojournalist Nick Kiefer have his story.
That commitment went on to last for more than 30 years, and when Art Bloomer retired, he was the senior ranking Brigadier General on active duty.
He was a little guy, I thought.
No surprise, Art Bloomer thought that of the Commander-in-Chief as the retired Marine General towered over most he met.
He wanted me to stay in school, and he said there's only one way you can do it.
His basketball coach at Emporia State was determined to keep one of his star players out of the Korean War.
And he got me in the Marine Corps Reserves.
Bloomer chose flight training.
I didn't know the Marine Corps had airplanes when I joined it.
Once he got his wings, he taught student naval aviators how to fly fighter jets.
The Navy actually teaches every Marine how to fly.
Flight instructing wasn't his only assignment with the Navy. He went on to fly as a test pilot.
I flew 50 different models of airplanes.
He's also taken some to great speeds, as in 1,500 miles per hour.
I didn't notice it too much because I couldn't see the ground.
He says he could see below on recon missions.
I was only 2,000 feet above the ground, flying in over the coast, and I didn't want to be slow.
Bloomer deployed to Vietnam twice.
I flew 330 combat missions.
On his second tour, he was the squadron commander on the USS Midway.
Oh, it was quite an experience just to witness that.
He says the evacuation of Saigon was heart-wrenching.
We didn't have the facilities to take care of them all.
They had to push a few aircraft overboard to make room for more.
We took them off to other ships as soon as we could.
He says he'll never forget a Vietnamese major's flight.
He flew it with his wife and 5 kids in it out to the ship. And he made a carrier landing.
Bloomer wrote all about it to his wife and kids, and this letter is the only one his wife ever kept.
I'm glad she did, because it's in the archives at Emporia State.
His alma mater also named the Bloomer Veterans Hall of Honor after the Distinguished Flying Cross recipient.
This is the highest personal decoration that I have. It's the Distinguished Flying Cross.
The Air Force recommended the Marine pilot for the high honor, although Bloomer says he flew many other missions that were more deserving. He's also sure proud of this.
It's a personal decoration from a foreign government.
It was the Taiwan government, and at the time,
I was one of 4 Americans that ever have received this medal.
Bloomer served 31 years on active duty.
I only intended to spend about 2 years and get out and be a teacher and a coach like my coach said that I could do.
He says his wife he met at Emporia State was his biggest influence in his long career.
I didn't want to stay if she wasn't happy, but she seemed to like it a lot.
He's now been retired for more years than he served.
I wouldn't change anything.
He says the military was a big part of his life, but he's had so many great experiences since, especially those that involved his wife and children.
I'm pretty proud of my family.
Bloomer continued to fly after his service in aircraft that he started flying while he was still in. Here for you, Gwen Bevel, KSN News 3.
On behalf of Devon James Injury Lawyers, we're honored to be here with our Veteran of the Week, Art Bloomer. Mr. Bloomer served in the United States Marine Corps and was a Brigadier General and a pilot. Thank you for your service, sir.
Well, thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be here.
Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.